everyone, we're back to your Relax and Reset Yoga with Kristen. We're going to do some warm-ups. So hopefully you guys remember we did our transition. I don't want to take the 3 or 4 minutes to do our transition right now because I want to give you guys more exercises. So if you have already started this and you realize that you see me talking and you haven't done your transition yet, go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and do your 3 or 4 minutes of transition where you're just going to sit quietly, relax, don't think too much, let the thoughts kind of come and go, and then not focus on them, and then you're going to get through that transition. That helps you come into this present moment where you can actually do this exercise with me and be in a calm state of mind. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and pause the video, go ahead and do your transition, come back and start us up. Okay, so we're going to start in this position. We're going to stand in Tadasana. So Tadasana is mountain pose. You're going to stand high and tall. Your feet should be together, well, not completely together, but almost shoulder width apart. You want to be on the 4 corners of your feet. What that means is your heels should be down, the balls of your feet should be down, and you should be able to lift your toes up without falling over. That makes sense. You can get your balance. So once you have those 4 corners of your feet down, you can put your toes down. We're going to take some inhales. Inhale all the way up. Palms should touch in the middle. Exhale down. Into prayer pose. Good. Inhale all the way up again. Arms will come up. Inhale. Hands touch in the middle. Exhale, coming down into prayer pose. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale down into prayer pose. Good. So we're going to start by releasing our joints. We're going to twirl our wrist around. Get opposite way. We're going to do the same thing with shoulders. Shoulders will go forward. Last time, and then you'll reverse it. Oh, that feels good. Last time. Good. We're going to do our arms. Arms will just twist. Let your hands relax so they swing freely around you. Don't be stiff. You don't want your hands to be like this. We just want everything to be relaxed and flowing freely. We don't want to turn out our hips. It's just going to be our upper body, okay? Bring your arms up and relax. Those hands still. All right, back down. Good. Last time. We're going to do some hip circles. So bring those hips forward, side, back. If you feel any pain in your back, then just don't go that far, okay? Just lessen your circle a little bit so that you're not feeling that pain. Reverse. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. Shake out those ankles. Ankle circles. Get some balance on your other foot. And you're going to do those ankle circles and then reverse on that one foot. Perfect. Other foot. Get your balance. Sorry, y'all, my dog's kind of attached to me at the hip. So she won't go too far away from me when I'm doing yoga, so I apologize to you guys. All right, so we're going to take a breath up. We're going to lock our hands together at the top, and then I want you guys to bend over. Can you leave your arms? That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. So we're going to bend up. We're going to lock our arms behind. Our hands should be behind our arms. Our hands should be locked behind our back. You're going to bend over. And this is how we want. Well, our arms to be up behind us so we can stretch all that out. It's like, wait, that's not right. That's not what I was trying to do. And you'll just rest like this for a couple of breaths. Now make sure as you do this, your shoulders are back. Okay, we don't want our shoulders to be slumped over. We don't want them to be up like this. We want our shoulders to be back, if that makes sense. While you're doing this, your arms should be up behind your back. If you have shoulder issues, please modify this and just hang out in forward fold. Okay, I don't want you guys to injure yourselves while you're doing this pose. If you can, then go ahead and do this pose and keep your knees slightly bent so they're not locked, so you don't get lightheaded and fall over. All right? So now I want you guys to bring your arms to your thighs. Make sure you are on all four corners of your feet like we talked about before. Your feet should be shoulder width apart. Your shoulders should be down. You should be able to lift up your toes without falling. If you guys can see me doing that, that's what it means to be on the four corners of your feet. Your feet are so balanced that you don't need your toes to maintain that balance, okay? So we're gonna just do that from here. I want you guys to inhale and your chin comes out straight ahead. We're gonna do cat-cow. As you exhale, bring your chin to your chest, okay? So it's gonna be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale. Move at your own breath, okay? You don't have to go with me. Last one. Good. Go ahead and straighten up those knees. Bring your hands down to the floor if you can. If you can't bring your hands down to the floor, you can grab your elbows and just kind of lean over. We're going to do a forward fold. Keep those knees soft. We don't want to lock them because we don't want you to get lightheaded. If you can touch the floor, put your hands down on the floor, and then you can walk those feet, those heels if you can. That gives you a nicer hamstring stretch. This is a nice stretch for your hamstrings. Good. All right. So as you come up, bend those knees slightly. Bring your arms up into an inhale. And close your pose. Good job. All right. So we're going to do a couple of standing poses this evening. After we do some vinyasa sequences. Sorry, y'all. I messed that one up. Okay, so move over, sugar girl. All right, so we are going to do a vinyasa. So we're going to start in child pose, and we did these poses the other day, so they should be familiar to you. But we're just going to do them all at once. Okay, so you're going to start in child's pose. You're going to come up to table, go down to a cat bow, back to table, and back to child. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So you're going to start in child pose. going to come up to table pose. Make sure your hands are wrists are underneath your shoulders. Okay? Your hips are over your knees. Those palms should be, the palms of your hands should be kind of up and your fingers should be gripping. Okay, so your wrists are protected. You're going to come to table. You're going to come down to cat bow. I don't think we did cat bow the other day. We're going to come down to cat bow, so it's going to look like this. You're going to come back up to table, and then you're going to come back to child. Okay, so when you do this, make sure you are not holding your breath, okay? So it's going to be child to table to cat bow, back up into table, back into child's pose. All right? So you're going to exhale. Sorry, inhale when you come up to table. You're going to exhale as you go to cat bow. Inhale, back up to table. Exhale, back into child pose. Let's do 2 more of these. Up to table. Exhale to cat bow. Inhale, back up to table. Exhale to child's pose. Last one. Inhale up to table. Exhale to cat bow. Inhale back up to table. Exhale. Good. All right, so while we're down here, we're going to do some spinal twist. So let's do this spinal twist here. So our spinal twist is good for our relaxing the spine. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross your left leg over your right knee. So you're going to be sitting almost cross-legged, okay? Your leg will then, the top leg will come across your body. Your toes should be pointed forward. Your right hand should be close to you as to help you get your balance, okay? You want to make sure you're sitting up high on your sit bones. Your right leg should be underneath you, toes pointed backward, well, sideways, sorry. Your knee, front knee should be lined up facing forwards. You should feel like there's a line going directly from your chest, heart center, to your knee, going out in front of you, all right? So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to place our right arm around that left knee. We're going to twist. Now you're only going to twist with your body. Don't twist with your head. Your head should stay in line with wherever your body is, if that makes sense. Do not bring your head all the way to the back. You want your head to stay in line with your body, okay? And you can grip your hands together on that side, or if you wanted a little more of a stretch, bring that other arm around to your knee, all right? So we're gonna inhale and exhale. As you exhale, after a couple of breaths, see if you can get deeper into that stretch, all right? So inhale and exhale, deepen that stretch. Just to the point that's comfortable for you, all right? So the benefits of this stretch is actually going to be opening, enhances our lung capacity. It maintains flexibility of your spine. So we're doing some spinal movements right now. It's going to maintain your spinal flexibility, supports digestion and elimination, calms the nervous system, and it also has mental benefits. It expands your horizons and perspectives. Okay, so that's going to be our last breath. And exhale. Perfect. As you come out of that, go ahead and shake your legs out a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. All right, so we're going to cross our legs, right under left. Sorry, left under right. We're doing the other side this time. Left hand side out. you can see which one is my dominant side, right? Because I automatically go into that side. So it should be left under right. So your right leg should be on top this time. Your toes should be pointing forward. That right knee should be pointing forward as well. Sorry, left knee that's underneath should be pointing forward with the right knee on top. All right? So we are then going to bring our left arm around that knee. Our right arm is going to come wherever is comfortable for you to get the best stretch for you, okay? Make sure you're sitting tall in your sit bones. And then you're going to inhale and take an exhale and twist. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you to have your arm, you can put this arm behind you, all right? If you put the arm behind you, just make sure you continue to step tall. Don't slump into that shoulder or that arm behind you. Make sure you continue to sit up tall and make sure that you're not jerking yourself around with that front arm, all right? So, just want to go here, behind you, or wrap around. And it's the same thing. As you exhale, you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, deepen that stretch if you can. All right, you should feel this in your hips. You should feel this in your spine. And it should be a nice, relaxing pose for you. All right? Hey, sugar booger. Stop. Go lay down. Go lay down. Stop. Stop. No. I told y'all, she's glued to me at the hip. Sorry. Last breath. Awesome. So in that pose, when you guys do that, if it's more comfortable for you to leave your legs straight out and stretch, you can do so as well. Sorry, I didn't give you that modification before. If it's more comfortable for you to leave the lower leg stretched out and stretched that way, that's a modification. That might be good for you if you don't have as much flexibility in your back, or if you have tightness in your hips or in your lower back. You can do that stretch as well. Alrighty? So we're now going to go into a squat. So I want you guys, if you can, just push up from the back. If you cannot, feel free to go to the table and then roll over that way. Okay? So our squat is Malasana. This is going to be nice balancing pose. So I know some people can't get this low in their squat. If you cannot get this low in your squat, come down to where it's comfortable for you. If you have to sit down with your feet flat, go for it. If you can come up with your toes up, go for that, all right? Sitting back is not a problem at all. If you cannot get into that pose, you feel free to put some blocks underneath your hips and help with it that way, okay? So we're gonna sit in this pose for a minute. You're just going to take several breaths to actually come into our center, to calm, and to help get comfortable in this position, okay? Our hands in prayer pose. And you're just going to take a few breaths. So this is a nice grounding pose. It opens up your hips. It's going to strengthen your legs and your feet while you're in this pose. It increases your circulation throughout your pelvis and your pelvic floor, okay? So this is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to help increase that circulation and get these hips open so you can do some other poses later on. So just be in this pose and take several breaths in and out. Make sure you keep your neck and your back in alignment. So you want to bring your chin slightly in to make sure you maintain your neck alignment. Now, if you had any problems getting to this pose, you can always start out in table. and then kind of push yourself back to Malasana or goddess pose, okay? Alright, so we're going to come out of the squat pose. I want you guys to stand up into forward fold. Nip the feet hip width apart. Now from this pose, I want you to separate your feet a little bit further, okay? Your feet should be forward. You should have the grounding on the four corners of your feet. I want you to put your left hand in the center of your mat. And then I want you to bring your right hand up and go into the rotated triangle. So don't lock your knees. Don't lock them like this. Keep your knees a little bent and come into your rotated triangle that way. All right? You can look up at your hand. That doesn't feel comfortable, you can look straight where your head is turned. Just look straight that way. If that's uncomfortable for you, just look down at your hand that's on the mat. All right. Take a couple of breaths. You should feel a nice stretch in your arms and in your hips there. And we're going to take an inhale and then exhale to the other side. Take a couple of breaths there. This is good for digestion as well. Come down. And come from here. I want you to come back into table. And now I want you to come back into child's pose. So your child's pose can be, your knees can be together, your knees can be apart, okay? Your knees together is not going to give you as much of a hip stretch, all right? So if you're already pretty flexible or you want that extra stretch in your hips, you're going to want to open your hips up. And then you're going to come all the way down. Either your chin can rest on your mat, your forehead can rest on the mat, whatever is most comfortable for you. Your arms can be out, your arms can be on your shoulders like so, while you're down. Your arms can be on your head like so, or your arms can be next to you like so. Okay? Now, as you're in this child's pose, I want you guys, if you don't have your arms out, put them out for just a second and feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. And you'll feel that in your arms, forearms, and wrists as well. It just feels really good to me. All right. So, that is our workout for today. Kind of short and sweet, right? But I want you guys to go ahead and do your relaxation. Okay, so I'm going to turn around. I want you to lay down in your corpse pose and close your eyes. And as you're lying there, I want you to make sure your feet are relaxed. So go ahead and turn your feet for a second. Relax those. Stop, sugar. Now I want you guys to do some stretches for your hips. So I want you to do this pose, this wind releasing pose. You're going to bring your right knee into your chest. And breathe while you're doing so. Make sure you're stretching. Stop. Make sure you're stretching that other toe out. Inhale, exhale completely. Last breath. As you next inhale, bring that other knee forward, straighten out the right leg. Good. Now bring your feet to the mat, knees up, and I want you to put your arms out to the side into T, the T formation, and then you're going to drop your knees to your right side and turn your head to your left. And you should feel a nice stretch in your back. Another spinal twist. Get everything back in alignment. See, my doggy doesn't know what to do if she's not lying next to me. Alright, and then we're going to inhale, bring them to the center. And as you exhale, drop those knees to the other side and bring that head to the right side. Perfect. Bring these knees into the middle, arms to the middle, and bring your knees to the chest. And go ahead and do some knee circles. Last time, and rotate, I'm sorry, reverse your circle, not rotate. You're already rotating. Reverse your circle. Good. Oh, awesome. Now we're going to go into our corpse pose. And I want you guys to just relax and relax all your parts. So your feet, make sure they're relaxed. Your hips, tighten and release. That way you know that they're relaxed. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, guys, when we're really stressed. So I want you guys to be aware of being able to tell when your hips are flexed and when they're relaxed, okay? So if you tense them up and they're relaxed, then you can tell exactly how relaxed they are. You want them to be relaxed. We don't want to hold a stress there. We want to make sure we're releasing them, okay? Your arms and your shoulders, make sure they're relaxed. Relax your jaw. Wiggle your nose, relax your nose. Scrunch up your eyebrows so you can relax your eyes. Place your tongue in the roof of your mouth. That helps make sure your mouth is relaxed. And just lie here and relax for a few minutes, focusing on your breath. In and out. In and out. In and out. focus on your breath and just relax, be in the moment. Let the weight just fall out of you into the floor. And just breathe. Alright, so as you come back, roll over on your right side for just a moment. Push that, you got left hand to push you up. Come back to sitting into your comfy position. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for being with me in this workout today. I want to applaud you guys for giving yourselves this time for yourself. This is your self-care. This is about being the best versions of ourselves, being fit, being healthy, and being well mentally, spiritually, and just moving forward and learning how to be present in our moments in our lives. All right? So I thank you guys for allowing me to be your guide on this journey. Namaste.